We are closing in on Dance for Kids' Sake Day, which is coming up on Saturday. Boy, I got too excited, I guess. It all benefits Big Brothers, Big Sisters of South Central Ohio. And again, back with us in studio is the gal who does everything for Big Brothers, Big Sisters of South Central Ohio. Well, you're the boss.
That's mostly true.
She's the boss, but she's got a great support staff as well. And they'll all be engaged in this Saturday's event.
They better be.
Yes. And off to my left, we have Andrea and Obadiah Harris. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for having us.
They are some of the dancers for this weekend's event. We're going to talk more about what they've experienced and how they might win your vote for being the top dancers. Details all coming up. But first, this from Classic Brands. Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good. We have met 3 dancers prior to this one. This is our first husband-wife
It is.
group.
Yes, we have a couple husband-wife duos.
Yes. But the first ones we've interviewed for this year's event. And I've watched previous couples that were married dance before, and it's really cool. How is life at home these days?
That's a great question.
Good.
Yep. So I can start out. So busy. So we have 2 boys. Eldrick is 12 and Henry's 9. They're playing flag football right now. We have work. Andrea's working at the school, substituting, and then we're busy with sports. So it's a lot of fun. I think actually this is fun because it gives us an hour time to spend time together. So we're enjoying it.
That's good to hear because life can be hectic, first of all, and so much focus is on what you're doing. But when you've got all the other stuff going on in your life with kids and school and sports and all this kind of, it does give you that moment to be together.
That's how I try to sell it to my couples. I try to sell it as, this is a date night. It's kind of, a different type of date. You don't get to go to the movies or dinner, but you get to dance together. That's pretty special.
And you're touching each other, which is awesome too, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not constantly on the phone or texting one another back and forth. Talk about your dance. What's it been like for you preparing?
Do you want to kick it off, or you want me to go and then you can chime in?
Imagine a Harris wanting the microphone.
That's right. So we have Ree's our dance instructor, and she's just a lot of fun. She's got a lot of energy, great personality, so she's fun to just to work with. So I think one of the hardest things is finding the music and songs that you want to do. So we have a mixture of the Temptations.
Compilation.
Motown.
Yep. And then it's I'd say it's the contemporary is jazz.
The dance style is jazz.
Okay. Very good.
I think one of the hardest things is it was finding a hat that fit my head.
Very true.
So that was
I found one.
She's found one. We got some jazz shoes.
Ooh, a hat and jazz shoes.
And then
This is good.
and then we're ready. So we're I think we're 6 or 7 dance lessons in.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. The dance is only 90 seconds, but the amount of time and preparation it takes to learn all the steps. We're watching the video over and over and going over steps, but it's again, it's been a lot of fun.
We are often our own worst critics, when we take a look at what we've done on camera in that respect. Andrea, how have you embraced this? Has communication between each other gotten better?
Well, I'm a little bossy, so so I try to lead, and that doesn't really work out. So I have to back off a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, I like to dance. I used to teach Zumba, so it's right in my wheelhouse where I kind of have to push them around a little bit.
I've heard they have some other critics that might be a little bit worse than themselves.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
our boys.
The boys are checking it out, huh?
Yeah, they've came to a couple dance lessons with us.
Yeah.
And they are very critical of their dad.
He's doing great, is what I hear.
He is.
Yeah, they said, Dad, you look like a football player trying to dance. And it's like, yeah, exactly.
Well,
Because I am a football player trying to dance,
That's right.
just say that's who I am.
That's right.
It's not exactly like running through the ropes or the tires or anything like that during your football days, is it?
It's not. There are some steps that are similar.
High knees.
that help you with the dancing, but no, it's very different.
Yeah. Did you have reservations about doing this? And if you did, what are your thoughts and feelings now?
So last year we spent the summer in traded jobs with a guy in England, so we weren't able to do it. Erin is for meeting her, she's pretty persistent. So she didn't
Hard to
call.
say no to, isn't
She
she?
didn't email. She came with one of the board members to my office and said, "Hey," with a smile on her face.
Yep.
And then it's like, okay, well, now how do I say no?
It's really hard to tell people no in person.
Right. So she did a good job
That's
of
your-
that.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
So I went home
Pro
and
tip for today.
went home and talked with Andrea. I think there's when you see that there's a cause and a need for something, and much is given, much is required. So in part to that, we're able to make an impact. So I think that is, if you can get by saying, hey, you know what, I'm not necessarily comfortable dancing, but we're going to raise money for a good cause. So I think that's what the combination of Erin coming and us seeing a need and Andrea being willing to as well. So I think those are the factors.
Well, and then he didn't include that he told Ree to challenge us. I've lost 10 pounds since we started.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. He told her to challenge us. So our dance isn't something that you're like, oh, we're just going in to do a few steps. She literally worked in as many steps as she could and challenging steps. So it's going to be fun.
I hope you didn't buy your outfit too soon.
No. Okay. I did it good.
Do a little seamstress work before Saturday here. So Andrea, when he comes home to mention this to you, were you all in from
Yes.
the go?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you say, who's my partner?
Well, it was him. He had mentioned it the year before, but he said, you know, we couldn't go. We couldn't do it. But I was excited. I like adventure. I like doing new things. I like doing different things. I got to drag him to do stuff a lot of times. So I'm like, let's go for it.
And you're in the schools. You're seeing
Yes.
the kids that we're serving.
Yes, exactly. And with football too.
Exactly. Now, of course, you're working at Kenworth. Kenworth is your main sponsor.
Yep.
So you are the Kenworth representative.
Yep.
And what have you done to get all the workforce behind you, sponsorship-wise?
So it's amazing that you have a full team at Kenworth. Everybody's helping.
Yeah.
So you had the the tables, those sponsorships, but then also there was a T-shirt that was designed. So the proceeds to that is going to Big Brothers Big Sisters, and then also there was gift cards and there was raffles. They called it 10 Days of Dance. So really, I mean, you have almost 2,500 people that work at Kenworth. So a lot of people right at the end, when we understand all the donations, there's a lot of people that we'll need to thank.
Have you given the staff at Kenworth a little teaser? Have they seen any of what you've done so far?
I have not.
Not yet, so-
They need to. They
You need to show up on Saturday.
Got to show up if they want to see. Watching
pre-purchase ticket.
the video after is not the same. So if they want to see it, they need to show up.
Yeah, very good. Well played. I like that. Erin, we've got a lot of things that'll be happening on Saturday in regards to this event, and all that is available on your website.
Yes, all of it is on the website and on our social media. So the best way to find out any information is to follow us on Facebook or Instagram, Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Central Ohio. All of the details about doors and opening at 5:30, dinner starts then, show at 7, the food truck's available, the menus available will be up, I think, tomorrow. So the auction packages, we're going to have a live auction. We have 5 or 6 different packages that will be auctioned off. I know one is a week getaway in Florida. One is a weekend getaway with golf. So we have some good packages.
Do you have the same auctioneer as last year?
We don't. This year we have Diane Carnes as our auctioneer.
Is that right?
She is our celebrity auctioneer this year, and she is very excited.
Yeah.
We're excited to have her.
Very good. So we'll have a chance to see that on Saturday night as well. The doors open again at 4?
5:30.
5:30, forgive me.
Dan.
I think we need to be there at 4.
Yes,
Is that
there
right?
you go.
Okay. All this is in my head here somewhere.
5:30 for the doors.
5:30 for the doors, and the show itself starts at
7 p.m.
7 o'clock. All right. So we'll have to get dressed and jump in there and put on a good show for everybody. Are you anxious?
Not right now. but I guess
Check with you at 6:45 Saturday, right?
Yep. When everyone's there, and then when it's time to go, then I think anytime you want to do well, there's a little bit of butterflies.
Healthy nerves.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you get some of that out of yourself on Friday night for dress rehearsal. So
That's true. Yeah.
Our toughest critics.
Yes, and we have a lot of kids signed up to come on Friday. So
Is that
I'm
right?
super excited. We're having kids night on Friday night. And we have around 40 kids that are showing up to vote for Kids' Choice.
I think that's one of the coolest things that you have done is adding the kids on Friday night. Now, of course, you have a bundle of nerves because you don't know what to expect when you get out there and do it for the first time, but it's your first chance to do it in front of an audience, more than just your kids, yourself, but now having all those kids, that'll help you cut some nerves out of the way.
That's the hope.
And then the older folks get to enjoy it on Saturday night, but this is for the kids, and I'm
night.
grateful that you gave the kids an opportunity to
Yeah,
really
we're
learn.
excited about it. We want to make it more of an event on Friday night also.
Yeah. I wish you well. I will see you Saturday night,
Thank
and I'm not going to say break a leg, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you again for joining us, Andrea and Obadiah Harris, along with Erin Allsop. I'm Dan Ramey. We'll see you soon with another edition of Litter Media Live.